Hello students, in this video I'm going to discuss the concept of loops in Java. Very frequently you will listen people say that loop is difficult, it is bit complex, but it is not. And I'm going to make it quite easy for you. You pay attention, it's quite easy. Now we take an example that we have to move from point A to point B. And the process takes 5 steps. We are assuming that there is a point A and there is a point B, and we have to move from A to B, and we are aware that 5 steps are required for that. It simply means we move from step 1 to step 5. As simple as that. So I have written numbers here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Please observe the number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And what is the difference between the two consecutive numbers? Of 1. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. Do you find any other number here? 6, 7, 8? No. Because we have to stop at number 5 and then we will find that we have reached point B. Okay. So you have started from here and this is the end of the process. Alright, and in between we keep increasing the number. Now let's discuss it technically. So we observe here numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In this process, how much we have observed? We have observed 5 things. Let me explain it to you. We have to start from somewhere. And what is the starting point here? It is 1. So start or initialize with value 1. Now the same thing if it has to be done in Java, we need a variable. So we have taken a variable C because we are counting through this. So we have called it simply C. You can have any other name following the identifier names of Java. Now it is definitely we need number, so it is bound to be of int type. It's a very good choice. int C, and we initialize or we assign 1 to C. So int C assignment operator 1 and it is terminated with a semicolon. Alright. So this is initialization expression. We have to initialize. Okay. This is the first thing. Then check that it is not the step 6. That means we don't have to cross 5. 5 is the limit. It cannot be 6. That means which is check that it is not step 6 which is more than 5. So that means we have to move from 1 and we have to go up to 5. Means not more than 5. So up to is always represented through less than equal to. So we are comparing C, which is actually keeping the count. So C less than equal to what? 5. It cannot go beyond 5. So we are testing all the time, because whenever you a job which needs some repetition, right, 10 times through 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, so we always keep the track. Whenever it crosses 5 or the end, we stop. So test expression it is called technically. First one was initialization for starting. This is for testing all the time. Okay. So we check the value, C against the value 5. So less than equal to 5. Now if it is not 6 or test expression is true, because if it is a boolean expression or relational expression, it always evaluates to either true or false. So if it is not 6, if it is not 6 or test expression is true, then we move ahead. Right. So we write here system.out.println move ahead. So it's a main task which is to be performed, because for reaching from point A to point B, or we can say we have to move ahead or step ahead 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we represent that process with this name move ahead. So this will be technically called loop body. Now for moving from 1 to 5, we need to increase the value by 1, which I have already told you. So here update expression it is called, because we are changing or updating the value of C. And we increase the value every time by 1. So we write C plus 1 and this will be assigned to C. So expression is C equal to C plus 1. And there is a shortcut of writing it, and that is increment operator. increment operator C++. Alright, so plus plus is the increment operator which we are using with C, which is operating upon C. And the last and the most important thing, that all these things, whether it is initialization or the test or update, all these things we have done using the variable C. So that will be called loop variable. That works as a counter here. Okay. Now, so we arrange all these pieces into a proper format. We are going to discuss the for loop just now. For has got first initialization, then test, and then update. And these are separated by semicolon. Never put a semicolon at the end of the update expression. And then there is loop body. Now we convert that previous example for moving from point A to B into a proper code. So here you have to write for int c equal to 1, c less than equal to 5, and c plus plus. Increase the c by 1 and then move ahead. But remember students, let me explain the process to you. How does it work? First we initialize the c with 1, that is the starting or initialization. Then we check it must be less than or equal to 5. So right now it is 1, so it is not crossing 5. So condition is true. So control comes to the loop body. It prints move ahead. After that we move one step ahead. C becomes 2. And now we don't go back here. Initialization takes place just once for a starting point. Alright, like you have to go somewhere, so you start just once. You don't go back to the starting point again and again. That way you will never reach there. So c less than equal to 5, c plus plus. So here c less than equal to 5, when we check now c is 2, again the condition is true. Again move ahead will be printed. Then increase c by 1 again. Update expression, that will make c 3. Then again we check. This is again true because 3 is less than 5. So it prints move ahead again. Then c becomes 4, c plus plus. So again we check. Test is again tested. It is true because 4 is less than 5. Again we print move ahead. Again c plus plus, c becomes 5. Then we check 5 less than equal to 5. No, it is not. It is not less than 5, but it is equal to 5. So either it can be less or it can be equal. So this time again it is true. So again control comes into the loop body and move ahead is printed. And then again it goes here to this. What it becomes? C becomes 6. Remember, C becomes 6. Then only it becomes false, because what happens here? C will be replaced by 6 in the background. So 6 less than equal to 5. Is it true or false? It is false because C is greater than 5. So when it becomes false, the loop is over. I hope you have understood it well, and it's a very, very simple concept. So practice it again and again. This example with the syntax. Syntax is given here, example is here. And then you can, have various examples for more practice. But first you need to focus upon this much. All right. I hope everybody enjoyed learning the loop. Thank you.